You look perfect, by the way. Everybody, before we go live, everybody's always like, okay, do I look like I'm looking at you? Because we've all been in this situation where you're in a new software and you're like,
Yes.
I don't want to look like a weirdo. I get it. Yeah, right? Like John Travolta in that meme with his coat over his arm, and he's just like, where am I? But hey, everybody. We are here to talk about cutting edge. You guys are not gonna believe this, which is my favorite thing. I love like surprising stuff, right? Where you're just like, she did what? And that's what you're gonna hear. That's what you're gonna hear today. So the title is something like, after not signing up that many people before, she signed up 7 in just 1 month with cutting edge. And you guys know I don't like to talk about cutting edge to just say like, hey, it does X, Y, and Z. I like for you guys to hear from people that are in it that it's actually doing things and that it's great for your teams. And so she just let me know something before we came live, and I'm just going to let you say it again, Sandra. So tell them what you just told me.
Well, I joined Cutting Edge. Got in by the skin of my teeth at the end of January.
Yeah.
And so today, my curiosity was so high that I had to go look it up. So in 2022, I signed up a total of 21 people.
Which is good.
Which is great. I'm very thankful for that. Absolutely. And especially as slow as times are. And so anyhow, in 2023, I have signed up in 3.5 months, 19 people.
In 3.5 months.
In 3.5 months. Exactly. I wasn't believing it. I wasn't believing it until I looked it up and I'm like, oh my word.
That is amazing. Amazing. What are the things that you love about cutting? Like, what is helpful to you? Because that's what I think people need to hear about is like, it's cool that like everybody has these signups and stuff like that, but is it sustainable? Do the people stay? Because that's what you see a lot, and especially with like Kona Challenge, you'll see some people just sign up a bunch of people, but it doesn't mean that they stay. And it's kind of like, well, all right. I mean, it's kind of like boom, boom. And so like, are they staying? First question, and then B, like, what is helpful? What do you think is so helpful about Cutting Edge?
Well, when I took your program, and when I did sign up, I was one of those people that I was like, well, I'm going to mentally give you a 3-month limit.
Yeah, and I think that's wise.
Where I had tried so many things and it just hadn't come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd given myself those 3 months. When I got in and started doing your training, and you hit a major, major point with me when you said, focus on 2 or 3 items.
Yeah.
Because with Young Living, I feel like I personally had been so scattered. I was trying to fulfill everyone's need.
Yeah.
Everyone's need. I was getting exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting frustrated. And when you said that, I was like, oh, yes, that's it. That's one of the main pieces to the puzzle is to be able to focus on 2 or 3 products.
Yeah.
And then also helping with the bat signal.
Yeah.
And just using those 2 key pieces to the puzzle has just opened up a whole new world for me.
Yay! I love it. Is the Jumpstart helpful also?
The Jumpstart is amazing because I am in age group. I will be gentle with myself. But I'm in an age group to where all of the women my age seem to have the same problem. And that is, after menopause, it is like it sticks like glue.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
It just sticks like glue. And I had tried so many things, so many different combinations. Excuse me. And when with Young Living, I've had Ninja Red since 2012. And because I'd had it since 2012, I've never had anybody to put it in a program with intentions, with specific goals, with specific steps. And I am just elated. My friends are elated, and they are getting in and they are getting results. And I have gotten so many messages and things from people, and they're like, Sandra, I've tried everything. I've tried everything.
Yep.
And then they get in the group and they're like, I've got results. I mean, even if it's just 5 pounds, I mean, to
Right.
somebody like us in this age range, 5 pounds is miraculous. But the big thing is the brain fog lifts and the energy levels kick in. And
Yes.
you just can't hold people back after that.
No. And so what has that done for, now let's circle back to the sustainability of the numbers in the team, right? Now, it's 100% sticking is not a normal thing. Like that's 100% of people reordering is not normal in any capacity in any business. A really good number, honestly, a really good number to reorder is around 25 to 30%. But what we see in 11-day Jumpstart is more, 60 to 80% is what we're seeing as the numbers keep washing through. It's about 60 to 80% of the people are reordering and staying in. Because they have that system. But what does the number look like for you? And I didn't ask you ahead of time to crunch numbers, but off the top of your head, what does it look like?
I'm 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 leaning more toward 85 to 90%,
Yeah, yep.
because when I get the testimonials and things that ladies are getting in, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I am not giving this up." I mean, we have hope. We have
Yes.
hope. We have results along with hope now.
There it is. There it is. That's, you guys, in order to grow our businesses, it doesn't have to be what's that thing I can say today that's going to make somebody want to buy this stuff. It's not about that. It's about like, what is the system that can produce results for people? And that's what the 11-day Jumpstart is. So it's actually producing results. And then because of the results people get, of course, it's an easy decision to want to continue those results. Like it's a no-brainer. We don't have to sell things. People are like, hey, I want in. How do I get in? And then we're like, cool, here's how you do it. And then they're in. It really is very simple. Do you feel like you're selling these days?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because that was what I was sitting here as you were speaking, and I was thinking of it, was the fact that I have to kind of time when I'm going to make my post, so that I know that I have time to sit down and to answer all of the questions that come in and send out all the links. And I don't have to do a lot of extra explaining. Um, your videos and everything explains everything for us. You give us the exact steps to go through, and that is what I follow through with. And, and some of the things, other than just being real with people and just saying, just if you're interested, because I know that with, the menopause sticky stuff,
Yeah.
that I'm like, it works for me. And I love to be able to put on there testimonials of people I personally know.
Yes.
And when you are able to put that in there, and not only yourself and your own results, but when you can go in and you can tell people, hey, I personally know this chick. I personally know her. I personally know she's telling the truth. People are like, oh, okay, so it's something that I can really trust, and that I can, you know, believe the person, what they're saying. And to be able to continuously do updates and be able to say, hey, with this first jump start, I did 6 pounds, but that's a bag of sugar and then some. And then to be able the next month or the next few weeks, because sometimes it's just like this,
Yeah.
and you will drop this much inflammation just within a few days.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, so now minus another couple pounds. This is where we are.
Here's where we
And
are.
this is where we are. And then people, they just jump in and are like, all right, that's it. Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me.
It's so funny. It's it's so fun. Seriously, I get people that message me like that too. Like they've been following me for, forever, and they've been, maybe thinking about this for 6 months or something, and then they finally message me and they're like, "All right, fine, I give. What is it?" And I'm like, I'm not trying to make you give. Like, just here's what it is. Like, it doesn't need to be weird. This isn't a weird thing. It's so funny because people are so used to some weird stuff.
They just can't stand it anymore. That's
Right.
The funny part is they're like, okay, you've got me. What can make this move?
Yes. Yeah. Well, what would you say to somebody who is thinking about cutting edge, and they're thinking about jumping in, and they're like, well, is this even real? Like, is this something? Does this actually work? Is this for me? What would you say to them?
I was like super skeptical.
Good.
I was very skeptical. I'm like, I got in on a very selfish whim. It was like, I'm so tired of carrying this around. I will pay per month if someone will help me drop this inflammation.
Yeah.
Then I got in, and like I said, then I picked up these tidbits that were invaluable to me. They have changed my business from here on out. And so therefore, anyone that is super skeptical, make it not so big. Just break it down and say, hey, what have I got to lose for 3 months?
Yeah.
Even. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me.
You're okay.
So much pollen here. That it's like, what's 3 months?
Right.
Break it down through, even if you can't break it down, but to 2 months. Get in there. You're going to get nuggets of gold. You are going to get treasures to use, but your other people are going to be able to reap from it. And it's like my friends and my acquaintances, I'm like, I got in and I'm like, they're going to go crazy when they realize that there is a real, genuine ability to change.
Yeah.
To change things. And things that we've been reaching for from here to there, to here to there, to here to there, has just gotten completely honed in. Mm-hmm. And we can put it into practice.
Yeah.
Just follow the leader, follow the puzzle pieces.
It's a system, guys. It's a system.
It's wonderful.
And I just want to ask you this one last thing. I know I said before that was the last thing, but then I thought of this. I wonder, do you have people, because I imagine we're probably starting to have these people now, do you have people that joined the 11-day jumpstart that then, whenever they realize they could become a brand partner and also offer it to their people, have you had anybody join the 11-day jumpstart and then decide to be a brand partner?
I have.
Yeah. You guys, I didn't know that ahead of time. I was just like, I feel like, oh my gosh. So how did that go? Because I'm curious. I want everybody to hear this.
Because I had one girl the other day, and she's like, Sandra, you have to teach me how to sign people up. And I said, well, I can definitely do that. And so anyhow, she was like, I went to the salon, started telling people about this, Young Living, and they basically had just heard the name. Mm-hmm. But then she started telling them what the products can do and what they can help with. It is a whole pocket of people that really don't know Young Living.
Right. Yeah.
So she's just like, and I've had some more because they were like, my mom wants to do this, and I'm like, then you are going to want to become a brand partner.
Yes.
And just give them to me.
Yeah. And you guys, when you have brand partners that come in, that sign up, then they get to be in Cutting Edge for 90 days. I train them, I onboard them. They do the same thing you're doing. And so the duplication is there. You don't have to, there's an easy button. My whole goal for you guys is that I take all the hard stuff and the businessy stuff off of your plate so you can just nurture, love on your people. You do that because that's what you're designed to do. I'm designed to do business stuff. And so let me do that, right? Man, that's good. That's good. I love it. Well, what is the last thing that you would say to anybody? So I know we said the on the fence thing, but just what would be like a last, we'll leave it on this note. What would just be a last thing that you would say to people about Cutting Edge?
It has simplified my life so much. I think that is one of the things. Honestly, after the last few years, I was tired and I was exhausted. And mentally and physically. So getting in the Cutting Edge has just all around helped me so much. And it is like just being able to just follow the steps and then put a little bit of myself into it.
Yeah.
But just follow the steps and be able to help me focus on what's important and to focus on what actually works.
Yeah, there it is. We're just going to drop the mic on that. Sandra, thank you for joining me this morning to talk about this. I love what's happening in your world. I love what's happening like just in the community at large. It's a very cool thing happening in our world. And yeah, you guys just go and have the best day. So I will see you guys later. Thank you so much, Sandra.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.